with a few pistols, and coming up first is the Glock Moonrise. This is a skin I actually use myself in game, and it's a great budget choice for many inventories. Coming in at just 65p in minimal wear, it's an absolute steal, so I definitely recommend picking one up. But we need a pistol on the CT side too, and luckily we have the USPS Torque. Another great cheap skin. One of these can be picked up in field tested for as little as 74p. The wear on the gun is not too noticeable at this level, so it's definitely a great choice. The last pistol I'd recommend is a nice Deagle skin, the Sputnik. It's a cool pattern based skin, so I'd suggest trying to find one where the Sputnik satellite is actually part of the skin and in view. And this will set you back just 75p in minimal wear, so no complaints there. So that's us done with the pistols, but I have a few nice SMG skins I want to show you next. Starting with another skin I use myself in game, we have the Mac 10 Ensnared. I love the pattern on this gun, and when I first saw it I was very surprised at how cheap it actually was. Just 42p gets us one in factory new, so it's definitely one to consider for the T side. For a nice CT counterpart, let's pick up the Ruby Poison Dart MP9. This is quite well known as a very good value skin, and I guess 66p for such a nice skin in field tested is not too bad of a deal. Right, so that brings us to halfway through our 10 skins. The next 5 are all rifles, so let's kick it off with an AK skin. For this, I'll be going with the Elite build in Well Worn. This will cost us 97p, so it sits right at the top end of our budget, but it's one I definitely think is worth it. The Well Worn float doesn't ruin the pattern too much, but if that is something you're worried about, an extra 30p or so will get you one in field tested. Personally, however, I think Well Worn is okay for this gun, so it's completely up to you. Staying on the T side, let's grab one of my favourite SG skins, the Dragon Tech. Again, it's a skin I think looks much more expensive than it actually is. Just 72p picks us up one in field tested, and for the cool green pattern it offers, I think this is great value. Let me know if you agree with this, or with any of the other skins for that matter, down in the comments below. Right, now let's grab a CT side rifle, and one that is great at this budget is the M4A1S Night Terror. 78p is enough to pick one of these up in field tested, but unlike most guns, I think this gun actually looks better in higher floats. The artwork actually stays intact as the wear increases, and all that really happens is the grey parts of the gun start to turn purple, which I actually think looks really cool. Right, 2 more guns to go, and let's start with the Scout Abyss. For those of you that saw my last video, the budget blue inventory, you'll have seen this gun get a shout out, and for good reason. The blue pattern on it is really nice, so it surprised me when I found out just how affordable this skin actually is. 68p will net you one in minimal wear, which is fine and can barely be told apart from factory new anyway. And finally, our 10th and final skin is the AWP Capillary. At the time of recording, it's the only AWP skin that can currently be bought for under £1, but I actually think it's a lot nicer than many of the AWP skins that cost a fair bit more. So let's spend 42p to get one in minimal wear. I wouldn't go much lower than this though, as the pattern does start to wear a little bit as the float increases. So what did you think to these skins? Do you agree? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading what you guys have to say. As always, subscribe if you enjoyed. Thanks a whole lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, guys.